All right. Bonjour. Good morning. I'm Peter Finn. I'm the moderator for this session. I'm the Chief Learning Officer and Deputy Executive Director at the Society of Women Engineers. I have a few housekeeping items to go through before we kick things off with our great panelists. This counts towards certification or recertification of CAE and CMP designation. Please silence your phones. And if you haven't downloaded the app, please do so. I believe you can also access the evaluations through there. It would be great if you can fill that out. And let's see if there's anything else here that I was told if you're going on the walking tour later today to bring comfortable shoes. So that's what was communicated earlier. So now I'm going to kick the panel off. Beyond Robots and Jetpacks, Driving Change in Engineering and Science. This is a topic that I personally have a lot of interest in. What role do associations play in driving change within their membership, but also with the industries that they partner with? So we have a great group of panelists. We have Colleen Lehman, who is the Vice President and Director of Professional Services Engineering at HDR, as well as being the past President of the Society of Women Engineers, and also is on the board now for ISA, correct? Yes. And we also have Joel Primo, who is an ASHRAE member and instructor, and I believe also a consultant for Rogers. And we also have Dr. Judy Suchek, who is the Executive Officer of the American Society for Pharmacology and Experimental Therapeutics. And I have special thanks to Judy, because we had a panelist that dropped out last week, and she was kind enough to jump up here with only about a few days' notice. So thank you very much. So the learning objectives and kind of the primary question. So we want to identify new trends in engineering and science and the exigent implications for the future workforce. Examine the role of associations in driving change on a global scale. Discuss opportunities for increased collaboration between associations and industry. And evaluate the potential for shifts in the workforce. So again, kind of what I would think would be the central question here is what role do associations play in some of these things as we're preparing for a lot of the changes that are going on within the workforce. Whether that has to do with an augmented workforce where artificial intelligence or big data, kind of redefining what your role is in the future as either being an engineer or scientist or whatever. And also, I think talking about diversity and inclusion, which is something that's sort of near and dear to what my organization does, which is the Society of Women Engineers. So D&I becoming a very, very significant area with a lot of companies considering themselves a global entity. So as a result, to reflect their customer base and what are things that need to happen. Sort of check the box training no longer is going to solve the problem there. CEOs need to have a greater investment and also be immersed in a lot of the theories around implicit bias. So with that, we've got a great panel. What I like about our panels that we have someone representing science and a couple people from industry, as well as representing engineering. So what we're going to do right now is I think Colleen was going to kick us off with some opening remarks, and we're just going to continue on down to Judy and Joel. And then we also have some prepared questions, but I'm hoping this will be interactive, that we'll get a lot of questions from the audience. And we definitely want to hear from you as well. So with that, I'm going to hit the reset button here.